everybody, welcome back to Rote Reactions. I'm S.A. Baz Collins here once again with my fabulous co-host.
Hi, this is Albert Nuthlet.
So we are going back to the land of immortals with Interview with the Vampire, Season 2, Episode 4. Before we get going, I want to give a shout out to another YouTube channel that I think people should watch on this show. It's very interesting. It's three queer Black people, two women and a guy, and the channel is Gay Black Comic Geek. That's the YouTube channel. And what I find really fascinating, they don't do a reaction. They've all watched it, and then they come and they talk for at least a good hour about what happened in a given episode. But what I find really fascinating is that because they're all Black, they have this they deal with the concept of race as it's being written into Anne Rice's world, and how the writers are handling it. And I find their discussion super fascinating. So if you want something to get more of an angle of how the writers' room is writing the queer Black actor characters in the story, it's a really good channel to go watch. I really do like the way they discuss it. They all have different opinions about each of these characters. Universally, I will say across all the reaction channels I've watched, and most of them I'm watching are more of a discussion rather than a reaction. But they all seem to really hate Armand. I mean, the hate for Armand. I mean, they love the actor. They love the actor. They think he's marvelous, but they just find Armand so troublesome. And to be fair, Armand is a false narrator. His whole character is driven about trying to control the narrative to his favor. And once you know that about him, and once you know his backstory, which actually I think we get his backstory in this episode.
No way. This is so cool.
Yeah. So, but I think that, you know, you get more of the coloring of Armand, and you begin to understand why he is like he is. But I think part of it is, I think the reason why the discussions are so robust, and this is why I'm recommending Black Gay Comic Geek, their discussion, because they're having this discussion and they're really diving into, you know, how race is playing a factor in this, but yet Blacks are not a monolith. They're not all going to look at it from the same perspective. And there was this really great discussion about how Louis doesn't really seem to be in the same boat as a darker skinned Black, because he's Creole, and his experience as a Black man in the beginnings of the show when we first saw it, he was able to elevate him and do many more things that many of his contemporaries could not. So he had really used race in a way that allowed him access to places that most of his kind could not go. And so they had this really interesting discussion about how the Creole portion of Black society, which is the French and Black combination, how it colors, for lack of a better term, colors how Louis's character is being written. And it's really quite fascinating to watch them talk about it. So I definitely want to give a shout out to them. I was watching it, and I'm really enjoying the conversation they're having. I'm gleaning a lot from what they like, what they find problematic, and you know, and they have a big discussion about, you know, how much they loved the character Claudia and how much they loved Haley playing it. She's carrying it forward. She's doing a really great job, and I agree, she's doing a bang up job.
Oh my God, yes.
And I think the thing that's really remarkable about it is that they said that in this discussion that, you know, from the moment Claudia enters the scene, if you've read the books, if you've watched the original movie, you know she's a doomed character. You know she is going to have a horrible end.
Yes.
But yet it's a tribute to the writing and to the acting and directing that you care so much, knowing that she does not have a good end.
Yes, of
You know,
course.
and that's to their credit of making people care about a character who many in the audience, not everybody, because some people have never read the books or watched the first movie, but they don't, you know, those of us who do know, it's going to be very, you know, it's really interesting to see how much we do care about Claudia's
Yeah.
plight and how well Haley is handling it in this season and the previous actress before.
Yes, of course.
You know, but I just find that's a really fascinating conversation. I mean, what are your thoughts on how this whole race portion has played? Because,
This
you know,
is
we had
super.
Brad Pitt before.
Yeah.
You know.
No, yeah. Now that you were mentioning, it's super mega interesting because we don't have that context. So I just took for granted, okay, so Louis at the beginning is some sort of pimp and he lives in this ginormous house with family and everything. But there's this other sector of society that we never really got to see, right? So I think these new perspectives are super fascinating. And now that you mentioned it, yeah, I can't wait to watch that as well because it gives you context. And also, I don't get why everybody hates Armand. I think he is controlling and devious, but he's really fascinating. He's like
he's deeply fascinating.
Like he's this ancient, he's the most ancient vampire we know so far. So his perspective is different. Like Louis is just a kid. Even Lestat is much younger than Armand. So I don't know.
Well, as of the recording of this episode here on June 28th, we're coming to the end of Pride Month. So happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yes.
I love there's a meme out there that shows the guy from Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt. And as he said, you know, it has the month of June as on the calendar. He goes, it's pronounced Pride. Spelled June, but it's pronounced Pride.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see where we go with this. We're heading into the darkest part of the story. I do want to say that we got confirmation yesterday that season 3 has been approved.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
yeah,
that's great.
so
That's
we
great.
will get a season 3. When, I don't know, but season 3 has been approved. They are going forward with it, which I'm thrilled to death and it's going to be based on the second book, The Vampire Lestat. So I think in this episode or the next episode, I think they put in a tiny sliver of a moment from The Vampire Lestat, the second book. But predominantly it has been Interview with the Vampire, that the first book that they've concentrated on for these 2 seasons. I guess season 3 is going to begin Lestat's book.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
So they are going to follow the path of the books. I just can't wait to see, because, you know, this is the one where he becomes a rock star.
Yes, I know.
It's like, okay, and what were you thinking?
Oh, that's so good.
I mean, even when you're reading it, you're like, really?
Yep.
I mean, it's fascinating, it's fun, and you can see Lestat doing it, but you're like going, really?
Yes. It was inevitable for a person who loves attention that much.
Yeah, exactly. That celebrity would be the thing he was doing it on the stage, you know, beforehand. I mean, he was one of the co-founders of the theater. So
yeah, and if he was still around today, he would be like the #1 person on social media everywhere.
Oh yeah, he would. Yeah, he would have the most massive following. Anyways, kids. Okay, so we blabbed long enough. Definitely go check out Black Gay Comic Geek and their discussion going on about Interview with the Vampire. Very fascinating stuff. So definitely a shout out to them. All right, so this is season 2, episode 4 of Interview with the Vampire. You ready?
I don't think I am, because this is going to be tough, but let's go.
Okay.
Stay tuned after the show for an exclusive look inside the episode.
Ooh. I always forget that, and it's so cool to hear from the producers and everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I do enjoy Armand's character. I like that I don't know what his angle is.
And everything in this series, every actor is just acting the shit out of these characters.
Oh my God. Yes.
There's not a single poorly cast actor.
That's debatable.
Go away.
His name's Raglan James.
Got a real name?
Have been placed on your...
Oh, that's right. The Talamasca. I forgot.
The Talamasca are now in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a problem. He will be the...
See, I think the 70s are going to be a big factor.
You didn't think we were going to leave you in the wet room?
In San Francisco, that original interview, I
Oh,
think that's going to play big
Next
in
50
this
years.
season.
yeah. They keep referring back to that.
Yeah, and you keep seeing those flashbacks in the club.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm.
so,
Huh.
yep.
Oh
Still
my
in Paris.
God.
I love how
Yes.
the top part of this is
Mhm.
wherever they are currently.
Yes.
It's kind of
true.
cool. It's a neat touch.
It's fascinating. Oh.
Okay, kids, that's a vinyl record.
Oof.
Okay, that's
Oh,
creepy.
it's also, yeah, it's painful watching her in that dress. Okay.
Louis' expression.
God.
It's like a
Ugh.
parent at a child's play.
I'm just bracing.
I do like how they're using this projection thing. It's
Yeah.
really kind of amazing
It's quite fun.
to
It
show
works very
how
well.
the vampires are using technologies and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How did she like being infantilized?
Well, they love it.
Requires a letting go of the self.
Uh-huh.
Carried her water uphill like a seasoned player.
They're not on the same page.
Yeah.
Hello, babe.
I don't know how much he's going to be able to take. This is so weird.
Way downstairs to start off. Oh, get away from there! I'm a guardian. Cheat, cheat, cheat. Don't make me use this. I'm gonna flap my wings and fly far, far away. You know I will. Fly far away.
Don't tell me she's actually gonna... Okay. Well, at least they had umbrellas down in the front row. Jeez.
Where are my canapé?
Ugh. This is devolving rather quickly. That's fun.
Where are the canapes?
And of course, the French love it.
It was a hit.
An unmitigated hit.
They added shows, added
Wow, really?
sold souvenirs.
Parisians who'd long disdained us started drifting back in again. We even added back a Wednesday French
Ooh.
performance.
How did the coven take it?
Mostly with good
They were
grace.
bitter.
They were bitter.
They were bitter.
Father.
He's such a diva. Jesus. It's like...
That's about 3 minutes.
Fuck off!
Get that
Oh.
vitamin D.
Wow.
Now they're all dressed like her. I don't know what's creepier.
All the fans. Oh. Oh my God. Some of the... Oh, ew, ew.
But she's flapping her
Gross.
wings and getting free.
Don't do it, baby Lou!
Daddy loves the break.
It says here in the margins, find baby Lulu's inner childlike wonder again. And Claudia, if you do absolutely nothing else, at least enunciate.
Those are my notes, but
By the 500th performance, Claudia
Ouch.
was beyond.
I mean, she's always doing the same thing again and again. Now everybody knows it.
lackluster, bromidic,
When she's done.
unacceptable.
Yes, matron.
So, explain to the company why the 500th performance of My Baby Loves Windows felt more like a slug.
I'm a fierce vampire trapped in the body of a little girl. I'm reminded of it every night of my existence, buttoning up this dress and singing and smiling, while the mortals laugh and point. I relive every condescending look or fucking comment I have ever had to suffer. I have lost my passion for work on stage. I think I prefer backstage
Wow.
work.
What are they going to
Hold in
do?
your hand.
Popcorn bag and a prophylactic.
And why, as the author of My Baby Lives, would you humble yourself thus?
It's a privilege to work in this theater. I do what I'm asked, and I do it gratefully.
Your nomadic passion, Claudia, owes your playwright an apology.
Sorry, Sam.
Ah, you're grand.
And to help you rediscover your passion for Lulu, you'll no longer remove your costume. You'll sleep in it, rehearse in it, feed in it, hunt in it. You live with Lulu off stage until she returns to you on stage.
Oh.
Nicely volleyed, Matt. But why single out our sister when nomadic passion has infected the entire company?
Has it?
Maître might not have noticed, as he has been nomadically attending the Théâtre des Vampires.
And the infection spread a year and a half ago?
When a certain vampire was granted dispensation from coven membership.
It's Louis. I got a name.
Louis takes all the proper precautions.
Reviews and stuff in the cafe, the salon, on the gallery.
I keep my business tight, thanks.
Discipline Claudia for bumping into the scenery, but let Louis run wild.
It's a show of shallow power. Qu'est-ce que tu penses faire?
And you do this for what? Is it thirst? Is it love? What is he exactly? Are you companions?
Yes.
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Definitely poke something up.
Okay.
Not a companionship. What is it?
It's whatever you want to call it.
An affair?
Good question.
A romance?
Works for me. Companion works, too. It's not the word I would use.
What word would you use, though?
Call it then.
Oh,
What was my
okay.
buddy's name?
Creepy.
Grace.
Florence. Grace is my sister.
I think that's Dreamstock.
You don't talk about your mother very much.
No, I don't. And so it's okay if you don't remember her name. But that's just how they're settled, and that's great. This is great. What we got is great.
See?
Just not a companionship.
Oh.
We see each other when we want to, and when we want to be alone, we're alone. And that's good. It's easy.
Except
Okay.
you're not alone, Louis.
It's not easy for me. You don't understand.
He's so scared of just committing.
Night for you. How that danger compounds with every slight.
What?
It's true.
You rarely join us for a hunt. You read novels during performances.
I've seen those plays 100 times.
I keep your secret.
Wait, where's the secret?
Oops.
I'm the secret. Do you notice how talk about the secret?
Yep.
Progress.
Only shit to work when I think of shit that pisses me off.
Wait.
I try and find the vulnerable.
Oh, he's doing it. I thought it was
Yeah.
Armand.
No.
So you
It's,
want me to
it's
come
Louis. He's
around
taught
more?
him.
Well,
Yes, that would help.
Okay then, I'll come around more.
You have to get back. Curfew.
I love you.
really?
I love you.
Ooh, I mean, that was not going to be my reaction, but.
I love you.
Are you schizophrenic?
Oof, this is so complicated.
No,
I mean, did you consider yourself schizophrenic at the time?
I'm not sure the term applies to a
Dude,
vampire.
they're real visions.
Why wouldn't it apply to a vampire?
Published. Enterprising psychotherapists will write papers.
Until then, you only have Daniel Malloy.
He was my biographer, my therapist,
Whoa.
my murderer.
What is he doing to him?
There's something there.
Short of a
That's-
diagnosis.
I think it's in Daniel's mind.
Would you
Something's
like to
breaking.
know what it felt like?
Oh.
Yeah.
I could feel the movement of air,
Oh, he's so creepy, Armand. Jesus, wow.
his breath.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
If I were to reach out and
Mm.
touch his
There's
hand,
one too many people in their
I wouldn't
coupling.
say it was his hand.
Yes.
But it was
Oof,
not.
this is so scary.
And you were
Oh.
feeling Lestat in the room.
No. And I was not aware he was as present.
The brittle smile.
as
Oh
he
my
thought he
God.
was.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah. Oh, I think that has got to hurt. Like he was saying, I love you, and there was a third person in the
I
room.
was severing one and knitting another.
So, were you two the only ones who survived the fire at the theater?
Oh, that got their attention.
What?
You weren't
He wasn't
provided
supposed to
any
know that?
information about the fire in our archives.
Whoops.
But it's enterprising. Is that what makes you fascinating? In high school, you told a girl you'd only do her if she had a paper.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
The fire?
One of my researchers found it in the Beinecke Library in New Haven. She thinks we're working on a book about the post-war reconstruction of Paris.
Uh-huh.
Claudia.
I mean, they can read your mind, right? So,
In direct violation.
yeah, let's go back to that.
Still journaling.
I can't even begin to imagine how that smells.
Why are you lurking?
Honoring the blood. Pepper Matake me. I wanted to hear his heartbeat one last time.
Well, here it comes.
Wait, he's still alive?
No vampire must commit to writing the history of the vampires.
Law 3. It's not the history. It's just random thoughts. It's a habit.
Read me some.
Oof. That guy's just awful.
Celeste.
It's like Claudia's trapped in there.
I hear that.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, Claudia thinks she's playing a clever game, but she doesn't understand these vampires are older and they play a very, very long and patient game, which is far more insidious.
I do hope there's something juicy in there.
See, he's almost friendly.
A few things about you. Go on.
Stoke his ego.
Has a gravely attachment to the laws. Now, you may feel protected by his equally tender attachment to your Louis. But tender can turn to tinder.
I took an oath. I don't need it.
Francis Norton was transformed without the permission of the vampire Armand, in absent-minded violation of Law 1. And here lies his daddy vamp.
Oops.
Oh, please, don't be so melodramatic. I have bent Law 4 with at least half the working girls at Le Chabanais, but I am rigorous. Had I been Estelle or Celeste lurking in the shadows... Oh.
Ew, no. Gross.
And thank you for the kind words you wrote about me.
How do you know what I wrote?
Look at his hand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's now right in front of you.
You sold me a dress.
Oh.
Dentale boutique, on soit la vendre. Très chic.
Ouais, tu peux tout payer. Avec des billets froissés, des boucles d'oreilles pleines de sang. Si vous avez été racheter des lobes.
Quel souvenir que cette journée.
Ton corps était pas encore formé, mais ton esprit déjà sophistiqué. Puis tu souriais pas.
Funny. You made no impression on me at all.
Really?
I liked you.
Is she erasing a swastika from her window?
Yep.
You're clowning now.
I'm an actress now.
Ah, ok. Théâtre des vampires? I've seen this show. Un divertissement.
Still dressing your windows for your German tourists?
Your French is still ugly. Like your Dao outfit.
I agree. I just wouldn't say it because it's rude and obvious.
Are they slowly becoming friends or something? That's funny.
I think they might be.
Oh.
I wonder if she's going to be the one that she asked Louis to change.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because we know that's part of it.
Yeah.
They got this salon thing called R26, artist types. Some showing work, some just there to be there, painters, poets.
Photographers?
Why do they hate him so much? Is it his independence?
Because he's allowed to do things they're not.
Right.
Paris giving birth to more genius. She's giving birth
To modernity itself.
Yes. Sculptors and authors and photographers and saxophone players intermingling and innovating, collapsing two art forms into one, coming up with new ones. Meanwhile, everyone's fawning over Picasso.
Is he 3 years old? Why is he doing that?
Hotel rooms and cold water walk-ups. A new
Even
generation.
imitating his accent.
Bursting into new ones. Suppose I can't come off haughty. Everyone's fawning over Picasso, but not me. Not Louis Dulac. I'm out in the streets.
Very good.
Funny.
See, now that I've wriggled inside your voice, pulled it on like a costume, you don't sound all that Chicago to me.
Outside Chicago.
Oops.
It's the emphasis on the second syllable. Borrowed from the French.
So, it's mimicry that you could have?
Oops.
Like a
The
parrot?
gent with the upright downstairs.
Or organ monkey?
Cajun drawl.
Oh.
Say, New Orleans.
Or a buffoon? Anything else you want to say, buffoon? I couldn't hear you from the other side of the table, but you got my attention now. Take your time. Come on.
Whoa.
What? Spit it out. Uh-huh.
I said enough.
Good boy.
You two want to act like fledglings do it in darkness.
Oh, that was interesting.
He's not going to forget that slide. Oh,
Nope.
boy. But it's an untenable situation. Like, he can't just be different from everyone else in that horrible coven.
Early work. I can't read anything I wrote before Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire. But some of these aren't so bad, Louis. I mean, this one with the fountain and the couple and the water's glowing. I think I've seen it somewhere, like in a book or something, right?
There's a good reason you picked that one, Daniel. It's not mine. That's Fred Stein. Elsa Triolet. Model, mid-30s. I'm still in New Orleans. What is this?
Dear, this is a Stein.
I know. Why is it in there? Why are all these in there?
Don't ask me. We've been staring at
I
this.
didn't put these here.
Probably Rashid confused them.
You told a girl you don't need
Or probably he did.
She had a paper bag over her head. She agreed and made it.
Oh.
I don't want you
Whoa.
trying to pass them off as mine.
Yeah.
I was an adequate photographer. An amateur. I want our readers to know that.
Sure.
Whoa.
Can I get some aspirins, migraines today?
What is Armand doing? This is so interesting.
I said he's a false narrator, so he's got to control every aspect.
Yeah. But what's with the mixing of the photographs? Is he just like gaslighting Louis? Like what? Like,
Or maybe he would. He's
oh, she's back.
trying to inflate him to make him look better than he was. I don't know.
Oh, she came back. That's adorable.
I've only been at it a few years.
It's one man's opinion.
Only take them at night when I can't control the light I'm getting. I'm supposed to stand by a street lamp, wait for the world to pass under it. I'm a vampire.
You're a vampire.
I'm out there prowling
You're a
for the
hunter.
moment. Do you know how many great shots I've taken only to find that the light was insufficient when I put it in the bag?
Tell me more shit.
A whole goddamn lot. Look at this. And this fucking Gordon Parks fella he put in front of me? God,
Whoa.
3 or 4 days.
It's such a
Whoa.
little stop they did.
I can't do it.
What?
I'll end up eating them.
Like this gentleman. And this one. Oh, and her.
But it's interesting. He's having a real conversation about art.
Well, yes.
Please.
Oh. And you can tell there's a subtle difference between this Lestat, which is Louis's imagination of Lestat, and the real one.
And on this night, you only had 8 frames of film on you. A haunting set of clouds moved in minutes after your last shot. If it lacks singularity, there's nothing wrong, per se, with the frame, but perhaps Going forward, when the moon is your favorite source of light. A little patience.
Qui vous a autorisé?
Rest.
Not the art, the apology. Flex your power one night and follow it with grand grovel in the next. Vintage Leoncourt.
I do not enjoy using my powers like that, Louis.
Seemed like you did.
That was coven discipline for the situation, and if I may, you were wound rather tightly after Santiago's probing.
Yes, that's true. So Lestat is just never going to leave. Just going to be there.
Guilt's a hard thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
I handle folks like Santiago both my lives. I don't need you flying in like vampire papa.
I did poorly, but I did it for our protection.
I didn't like seeing Claudia made a puppet.
I treated her as a member of my coven.
I don't like you parading her around in that baby doll dress either. If I may say, it all makes you look weak.
Whoa. Excuse me?
Okay.
Who are you? Michelangelo's paintings or something? What? Oh.
Look at that. Lestat and Louis
The
have the same
adoration of the
pose.
shepherds with the donor.
Oh, yeah.
A contemporary of my maker, Marius de Romanus. Also a fine painter, albeit one of lesser skill. In fact, the donor in the title was my maker. The canvas painted in my maker's studio, and in this case, the donation was... what is the modern word for it? In kind.
Oh.
This is Amadeo. He's 20 years here. He was rescued from a brothel when he was 15, named Arun, then I think. I cannot be sure.
This is him.
The abuse in the brothel was such that he cannot be sure that is what his parents named him.
Oh.
Arun. The parents sent him to work on a merchant boat in Delhi when in actuality they had sold him into slavery to the ship's captain. All fragments.
Wow.
Shackled on the boat. The brothel, my maker's purchase. His renaming me. His reluctance to share the dark gift, knowing what it would do to his beloved Amadeo. I served him with all my heart.
Oh.
Basked in his mercy. His worshipful mercy. Still, Amadeo had a skill. And if a friend wandered into town, I was, occasionally, donated.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Meteor in the forearms. But then this was 7 years before I was stricken with illness. Before I was turned and imbued with my powers.
And Armand?
The name the coven in Rome gave me. After they set fire to the studio. Set fire to my maker. And sent me to Paris to reign over the coven abandoned by Magnus. Magnus, who begat Lestat. Lestat, who begat Louis. On and on, and on and on and on. Am I my history I have endured? Am I the job?
Armand is you can
I do
never
not want.
fully trust that everything he
I do not
says
know
is
anymore.
absolutely 100% true.
Hmm.
He's
No
a
one has
false
told me in
narrator.
Over 400 years.
So it's colored. So yes, you can.
Sorry to
All of that could be
what is
true, but it may not all be true. He may have
I
embellished.
look French. No, it's not. Maybe I seek it out. Maybe I chase after it.
Why?
I don't know. But it's something to think about. Because even in between the dark things, there's something broken in me.
Oh no.
A collision in me, like I want to go bang.
Go bang. Or go flagada, or go cold. I mean, that's fine. Then you'll be fine again. And then bang. And then okay, and then bang, and... Just get used to it. Like weather.
You got blood on your...
Ah, I bled through. Ah, don't move
Oh.
the pins, huh? I'm leaving a trail.
Oh no.
Claudia!
Wow.
The show is a hit. The show is our cover.
Tell me again what it is.
We all humble ourselves.
Tell me again how Sam licks the stage clean after every show, and I'll tell you a job I'd rather do.
The only one with a child's physique.
Audiences don't give a shit. Twan could play the part. They just want to watch the bouncing ball.
It's 15 minutes and I could pretend.
It's a degrading 15 minutes. I like to walk off stage in the middle of it, but I don't. I like to pounce on the audience members, but I don't.
You left the sacrifice on the green room floor. We honor the blood when we dispose of it.
You dispose it so you won't get caught. Come on now. I missed a chore and made a friend. And before you tell me to make friends with the coven, I can't, because they've all turned inward too long ago and you know it, which is why you run to lose.
I have let you whine and have your say. Most in my position would treat you no better than you treated your maker.
Whoa.
I disagree. Going
Yeah.
forward, you will do more than the bare minimum on and off stage. And the friend you made, you will not see again. Yes? There's rot on the green room floor. See
God.
to it.
Yeah. Oh, this is just horrible for everybody.
Too old to play Hamlet.
Whoa.
Too young to play Polonius.
Wow.
Know your role, Thesp. Or join your maker in oblivion.
Louis!
Exactly.
Armand knows all about Lestat.
Yes, of course he does.
How long's he known?
A while.
Whole time.
What?
Read Armand's first night at the theater.
But you colored it in
Yes.
for him. Painted a picture. Who did the poisoning? Who did the throat cutting?
You could trust Armand.
What about me and you? You and me. Me and you.
New Orleans, unhappy. Vampire homeland, unhappy. Paris, unhappy. Comes to Coven, you're beaming like the whole world went Technicolor.
What the fuck's going on without me here?
I didn't want to wreck that for you, and this whole time,
Chasing it.
he hasn't betrayed our
Chasing it.
trust or told
Gotta
our
be
secret.
chasing it. Except he just threatened me with it.
Oh, it doesn't sound like him.
Does it sound like him? Oh, I forgot. Love makes you stupid. Makes you fickle and weak and blind.
Oh.
Let me guess, he's your companion finally.
Kind of.
Well, good for fucking you. You and him. Him and you. You and fucking him. Picked another one over me.
You picked the Coven! You left me! Go sit in your choice, sister. Go sit in it.
Why does it have to be about picking sides? Oh my God, is he really burning that one?
The wilderness that is our daughter.
Shall we hunt?
Really? So he doesn't even want to let him
And he's
go.
talking to him like he's there.
Balcony.
Yeah.
Eyes, ears, and minds.
So they're finally acting? Well,
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna see that.
are they going to do it without Armand's permission though?
Well, that's not really a thing.
What are you hungry for, Lestat?
There are certain rules that
Pick
the Romani have about it that don't
couple.
apply.
An illicit couple out for a cheat.
I mean, still, it's a violation. But you're right.
Off in irregular beds. Have a seat.
Hunt later.
Yeah. Hunt later.
This is so weird. It's like he's cheating on Armand in a weird vampire way.
Something you always blame Lestat for.
But he needs to take ownership of his stuff.
You're gonna break it off with him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, at least.
It had to happen. Doomed. Always doomed. Well, I'm happy you tried.
No, you're not.
That's what you wanted me to say?
Yeah.
Then you say what I want you to say now.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Say apple.
Apple.
Say it in French.
La pomme. There isn't gonna be a hunt, is there?
No.
Oh.
The one he's breaking up with is the stop.
Why this suit?
Oh.
It's my favorite on you.
Really?
Oh.
I didn't know that.
But can he really?
Oh, look,
Oh, wow. That is such a cool.
Herringbone wool. Notch color. You might not know this, but I had the tailor inscribe your initials on the back side of the ticket pocket. Right here. So your name would always cradle my...
Oh. Wow, I didn't think he was going to actually let go. I wonder.
You summoned me.
I felt your panic.
The center isn't holding. Mutiny brewing.
Yeah, everyone's doing whatever they want.
When they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone but you.
I'm not sure I can keep obedience any longer.
How do you do that?
Santiago wants
What's your job?
Others will follow him. You should think to leave.
No. I'm staying in Paris with you. And everyone's gonna be happy.
Louis.
How? Killing everybody
I don't know
else?
too much about the theater, but I used to be real good at running things. I'm a little wet.
Wow. Oh.
Santiago wants to be coven leader. Give him the job.
Never.
Watch him fail.
Never.
Listen to me.
I can't.
Listen.
I will not.
Fine. Then throw him a bone at least. Let him feel like he's your heir apparent. He'll overplay his hand, and everyone will see him for what he is. And when they know, they don't have an alternative.
Oh, shit.
They'll bring you back. And that's when you can decide if you want it back. Or you want something else.
I want you.
Oh.
I want you more than anything in the world.
You sure about that, Aaron?
Wow.
Yes.
That was cool. Oh.
Whoa.
Roles are reversed.
Wow. Oh my God, what an exchange.
Sitting on a bench, having a smoke.
Celeste.
Nothing but a man walking a dog. A drunk, asleep in his auto.
Good. Very good. Meet back at the theater and stagger your arrivals.
Yes, maître.
Yes, maître.
Wow. That must have been a powerful moment for Armand.
You made me look foolish.
You just assume it was me.
Well, it wasn't me.
You sure about that?
Excuse me?
I take it back.
Yeah.
Way fucking back.
It was probably an honest mistake from the start.
You think I need to be coddled? Hyped up? Lied to?
A splinter of coldness.
Ooh. Again, that thing.
Fascinating.
Don't be afraid.
What did he do?
Just start the tape.
You weren't always a vampire, were you? No. I was a 33-year-old man when I became a vampire. I had a did it come about?
Victims? Wait. Wait.
Would you like to join us?
No.
Who was that?
You go ahead. Have your fun.
It's only 3.
Kind of mask for observing him.
Right. Oh. Enhanced audio interview?
I mean, you've forgotten, man. I mean, you don't understand the meaning of your own story. Hey, stop!
Whoa.
What?
Morning!
I lost time. Things got a little heated.
With a boy. Things got heated with a boy. I was at home picking.
What?
I don't know. It stopped abruptly.
What? What? No. What? Yeah, I want to know too. I was. What the? What just happened?
How often
Whoa.
spared a life?
I can't feel my body.
I know where he is.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. So many things just happened right now. I don't. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe they'll explain it here.
Yeah.
That is where Louis finally finds himself with Armand, and they've done the dance. And this is the episode when they both commit to one another.
It's not a companionship. What is it?
It's whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. It took Louis a long time.
A really horribly tormented vampiric existence for Louis up until this point, and he's now finally maybe glimpsing some happiness.
I love you.
Lestat has never gone away. Lestat is there to pass judgment on decisions that Louis is making, and one of them is his falling in love with Armand.
The audience all knows that there's this secret that is there.
I keep your secret.
What's the secret?
Talked about the laws that murdering another vampire is a big no-no.
Oh, I'm the secret. Yeah, I hope Lestat's not there just ruining Louis and Armand's beautiful romantic evenings together, because Lestat just is always there.
Promise you wouldn't talk.
I love you.
I could feel.
It's
I just love
incredible.
how much fun Sam is having playing this, you know?
Yeah.
I love Louis. I think he has largely good intentions, but he's not.
Yeah, he does.
Toxic traits, his own manipulative instincts. He almost takes on the Lestat role in his relationship with Armand.
Armand is terribly insecure because he was jilted by Lestat. What light through yonder window breaks? It is there. And he sealed himself off from ever living again until Louis came along.
Louis' relationship with Armand is a response to his relationship with Lestat.
Flex your power one night and follow it with grand groveling the next. Vintage Leoncourt.
Armand is a rebound. It's a rebound that lasts for 70 to 80 years.
I am not Lestat.
Whoa, that's painful.
I think Louis knows he can get away with more.
Who are you?
Like Armand is maybe a bit of a pushover. I think he realizes that he can manipulate that relationship a little bit more.
Armand can't accept himself for who he is. He needs it from other people. He needed it from Lestat. He didn't get it from Lestat, and now he wants it from Louis.
Those two are constantly flip-flopping between who's the dominant one, who's the submissive one, who needs what out of the other. It's fun. It's very like a mercurial relationship.
Who am I?
Yeah. Have a seat. Ghost Lestat doesn't just represent
Lestat in Louis's mind, it's also like Louis's doubts about Armand.
It had to happen. Doomed. Always doomed.
So he's kind of letting those things go as well and accepting Armand as he is and for who he is.
There isn't going to be a hunt, is there?
Oh, that was wonderful.
Vampires are the most human monsters. They really desperately want this happiness and they want to feel fulfilled. And Louis finds that with Armand, and this certainly in episode 4.
Armand is the kind of vampire that will not let it go himself. And even though Louis has chosen him and effectively sort of shed Lestat.
You summoned me. I'm staying in Paris. With you.
Armand will always see a little bit of Lestat in Louis. His paranoia is all-encompassing.
And you can feel it even today. He's like, this is Louis, let's keep him in a glass cage. So nothing ever...
I loved
Ooh, the making of. Oh, that's so fun.
But you'll see me in my kitchen at 3 o'clock in the morning dancing. It's just release of energy. I love doing Baby Lou's performances. Even though Claudia hated them. It's really choreographed performance by Suzanne and Esme. But I think fans will understand Claudia's pain and know that that's not who she is or what she wants to.
Of course. It was really well made.
Looking for a companion in season 1, and part of her discovering who she is and trying to become older. And she is a mature woman in a young girl's body. She's never been able to have a true lover,
just...
and she sees this in this woman who...
It's always problematic because they have to portray Claudia older than she is in the books.
Yeah.
People just who don't know the whole history,
just see the pain in each other.
They don't understand that
Maybe
in
I
the
seek
book
it out.
she's 5.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is will always be awkward and weird,
I
but
also think it's Claudia seeing Louis slipping faster than she had planned with Armand.
You and him and you! You picked another one over me!
Oh, there we go.
Oh boy. Okay, so right. Cliffhanger ending. That was horrible. Also, Armand and Louis were fighting, and they have never fought up until this point. So
I mean, it is a complicated story. I mean, this is where we're getting into the meat and potatoes of everyone's. You know, it shows vampires are fucking messy, and gay vampires are even worse.
It's that flip-flopping of dominance that, like they mentioned, it's so true. Like Armand has had to be the leader for so long, and now he finally finds someone that maybe he can rely on. I don't know. Their relationship is super complex. It's very fun.
But you can almost feel the talons of Armand really trying to grip Louis. You know, he really is frightened of how tenuous Louis is. And I think Daniel's question of, are you schizophrenic, Louis? I think there is an element of that there.
Well,
I think Louis has some major flaws. I mean, and that's the other thing. People keep thinking, you know, this show is about Louis. It's really not.
No,
Lestat's the hero of the story. This is Lestat's journey. Louis is merely a signpost along the way, you know? And that's what a lot of people, I think, they've misinterpreted just because the first book is told from Louis' perspective. But when we get to the Vampire Lestat, it's all Lestat's perspective. And you see that Louis is just a road sign. That's all he is. Even though Lestat professes he's the greatest love of his life, he still is a road sign on Lestat's journey. And I think that that's something that audience members who don't know the whole world and don't know the universe and don't know how it plays out, I think a lot of them are going to struggle with that because the first 2 seasons have been solidly in Louis' camp.
Right. But it's just like we say, we get his perspective.
We know the next season is going to move over. So it's going to be an interesting turn of events. I don't know how much they're going to write Louis in season 3 because he really isn't present in the Vampire Lestat all that much. You really only get Louis at this level in the first book. You know, everything else
yeah.
after this is all about Lestat, you know.
I'm just creeped out by Armand. He is scary.
But
Like,
Assad does a great job. He does such a good job playing that role. He is so good. I mean,
Oh my
he's
God.
deliciously good in that role. You know, he knows where
Yes.
that fine line is, and he walks it like the finest tightrope.
Yeah.
You know,
It's incredible.
it's brilliant. It really is. I mean, all of the actors are acting the shit out of their parts. They really
Yes.
are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. So that's it for this episode. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about what we're doing here. Check out our Patreon. You get the full unedited versions. Check out Albert's stuff at albertnothlet.com. My stuff is at sacollins.com. And all of this can be found at ropepodcast.com. Join our Patreon, buy us a coffee. All the links are shown up here on the screen. And until then, we will be waiting for you to catch up with us on what we're watching next. So stay tuned. Take care.
Bye.
Oh, what's that? Closing time. The bums rush in melody, dear.